the connection between mental illness, violence, and impulsivity. For years, medical experts have connected mental illness with substance abuse, in particular, the relationship between substance abuse and harm to oneself or others. As researchers continue to study this connection, it appears the role of alcohol and drugs may be more significant than originally hypothesized. While the number of violent crimes committed by the mentally ill is low in proportion to the total number of people with mental illnesses, substance use seems to play a weighty role in that portion. A study in the American Journal of Psychiatry found that 58% of 208 defendants studied had an Axis 1 or 2 disorder. Of the people with Axis 1 or 2 disorders, 47% were diagnosed with substance abuse. Another study showed that individuals were 2.7 times more likely to participate in a violent act if their symptoms and severity of symptoms fluctuated rapidly rather than trending back to stability. Substance use, particularly alcohol, was connected to an inability to control symptoms back to an equilibrium or a set point. Psychiatry professor Edward Mulvey says advances in understanding how to identify high-risk groups combined with effectively monitoring changes in risk, in particular substance abuse, could be valuable in dealing with potential acts of violence. Associate Professor of Psychiatry Kenneth Connor says it's hard to conduct research on suicidality among individuals with alcohol use disorders because it is a challenging group to track. However, he has found in his research that suicide attempts increase up to 6 times with acute alcohol use. Alan Swan, a professor of psychiatry and behavioral sciences, says violence is closely tied to impulsivity. While substance use is correlated with increased impulsive acts, it is especially dominant in individuals suffering from psychiatric illness. Mentally ill individuals who use substances have an increased risk of being the victim of aggressive behavior, acting out aggressively, and suicidality. Brain structure is closely linked to the roots of impulsivity. While stress, mania, and even sleep deprivation can wildly affect the complex system of responses in the brain, an acute use of drugs or alcohol can further disturb an already maladapted system, Dr. Swan stresses. Alcohol is both a stimulant and a depressant. This means that the brain must go through 2 independent responses. The takeaway from the connection between the underlying biology of impulsivity and substance use is that there is a potential for future pharmacological treatments, Dr. Swan points out. Just being aware of this connection allows individuals to recognize their risky behavior so they can make modifications. At FPA Med, all of our forensic psychiatrists have MD degrees, and they have also successfully completed 4 years of post-MD training in psychiatry, followed by the completion of a 1-year full-time approved fellowship in forensic psychiatry in order to qualify to take the forensic psychiatry boards. All psychiatrists at FPA Med have boards in psychiatry and forensic psychiatry, and are on the faculty of the Law and Psychiatry Fellowship, Department of Psychiatry, University of California, San Francisco School of Medicine. Forensic Psychiatric Associates Medical Corporation, or FPA Med, provides expert medical testimony on mental health issues. The professionals at FPA Med research medical records, legal documents, interviews, and more in order to provide accurate, compelling testimony for plaintiff and defense clients. Visit www.fpamed.com to learn more about our team of forensic psychiatry and psychology consultants and expert witnesses.